UFL players appealing to The Rock for help. How many of you, especially the ones that are in my age range, have been big fans of The Rock, especially in the Attitude Era, right? Because why not? Man, so cool, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? And when you think about it, The Rock has had so many different spins, and, he's been very successful, but he's also in a weird spot at this time. It's important to talk about it. So, the UFL, which precisely is kicking off its season. They are in the middle of a weird situation in which included the release of players that were affiliated to unions. Not a good look, right? Not a good look. Well, this is rough. I mean, considering it all seemed like it was going to go up north, right? I mean, they got the broadcast deal with ESPN, they got this, they got that. However, However, they also got apparently not good monetary backing by the league. Now, granted, is this a league that is on par with being the NFL 2.0? No. The NFL is never going to have anyone that actually tips their toes. Not by any means. But this is where we return to The Rock. Because The Rock, for you out there that might not know it, The Rock was not a star football player. The Rock, yes, he was part of that historic that had so much success and everything. But he was also not a star there. The Rock was, in fact, even cut from Canadian football. I mean, that's pretty low. And all due respect to the Canadians, of course. But yeah, he hit rock bottom. You would expect that someone that was very broke when WWE recruited him and that he would get involved as he did why purchasing the XFL meant so much to him, yada yada, and all that. And then obviously that set merger with creating the UFL and so forth, that this would actually be something that would generate a different outlook coming from The Rock being involved as one of the owners. Now, granted, does he have the biggest stake on this? No, but he's still The Rock. He's the face of it, and he has a voice as he's still an owner of the league. So, isn't it weird the fact that Dwayne The Rock Johnson would not actually make sure that these players are taken care of? Isn't it weird that he would actually permit an ambiance in which you have players publicly talking? Oh, I was released because we are in the process of full union, and they didn't like that. Hello? I mean, that does not go a good way. Unless you actually want to be mentioned in the same conversation as two dipshits that happen to be around the Oval Office. Come on, Rock. You're not trashy Elon Musk who celebrates, you know, unions being screwed and employees having no rights. That's Donald Trump and Elon Musk territory, not The Rock. Yeah, employees have rights, that's for sure. So, what is going to happen with this? I mean, is The Rock really going to take a step forward? He's been actually catching heat. Let's not forget. It's strange in many ways, but The Rock's career, ever since that whole DC situation did not go over well of the takeover, when he was doing Black Adam and they were trying to, him and his group were trying to take control of the DC thing. Well, look at what that got. James Gunn was the one that I was actually hired to take over and all that stuff, and The Rock was kicked out. He has movies that have bombed. In fact, aside from Moana, what else? He made a return to wrestling that in many ways it seemed like pretty much, well, my streets are getting very thin to walk on rather than anything else. So at this point, what is The Rock actually thinking? I mean, has stuff really gone too big to his head? Yeah, he's part of the TKO board and everything. But at the same time, the links that he has there, he has a longtime friend in Khan in the WWE. And then on the Endeavor side, Ari Emanuel was linked to The Rock's career from the early going when he did the jump to Hollywood. So I don't know. I mean, The Rock is in a very strange spectrum right now, and it definitely is very trashy the fact that these UFL players, not only are they in a second rate league, with them not being properly treated, it really makes you wonder. I mean, aside from having something to be said of, well, let's see if this league we can actually reap benefits of a broadcast deal. What is going to be the handling of this league? The proper thing would be that The Rock, who again went himself through the fact of getting very low pay, actually would do the human thing. Not that bullshit thing of, getting recorded, going to gift things to people, and magically a camera always there. No. Those things, those are great for the people that actually believe the legitimacy of it. That thing is bullshit. That is a recorded arrangement, is what you're doing there. How about if you actually start doing good things? How about if you remind yourself of that person who had $7 on their pocket, that was very broke, that tried to make it in football, tried to, couldn't. You went through leagues that didn't pay that much. Don't you actually get a chance to really make these players make the proper compensation that they should, have the benefits that they should? Come on, Rock. It's time to take charge. Be the probable. Act properly. These players are calling out on you, and they're making sense. You know what it is to be a player in this condition. The players are not wrong or trying to appeal for this. This is a cry of desperation. They want to play football. They actually want to have a chance. Have there been players from said league that have been able to jump to the NFL? Yeah, there's been exceptions to the rule. Not all of them, but at least while they're in your league, make sure that you can actually impact the quality of their life. I mean, you talk so much about family. How about if you make sure that the quality of life for the family of these people is actually properly impacted? You have the means. You can actually do something different. Hey, there's going to be broadcasts through ESPN. There's money that's going to be flowing. It should also flow to the pockets of your players. Rock, this is a great moment for you to start doing great things. Not only when you go do a sketch of I gave this person a truck or whatever, but for players who are going through the same things that you would know. We expect, and I say we, because of the millions and millions of Rock fans out there. Do the right thing. I'll read you in the comments. What do you think about this messy situation with players getting dumped from the UFL? Because of union? Man, it's not a good look. Be happy.